In this video, we shall be taking you all the way to East Africa, and we shall be shining the light on Uganda, telling you everything you need to know about this beautiful country. Uganda is a country that have seen some dark times, from dictatorial rule to the Kanungu massacre that led to the death of over 3,000 people. The country has risen above these dark times, which is why we want to shine the light on Uganda. Before we proceed, please take a few seconds and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos. 1. Uganda is a landlocked country located in East Africa, bordered by Kenya, South Sudan, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda to the southwest, and Tanzania to the south across Lake Victoria. It covers a surface area of approximately 241,038 square kilometers, featuring diverse landscapes including mountains, plateaus, lakes, and fertile valleys. Uganda has an estimated population of over 48 million people, with a youthful demographic and high population density in urban centers. The largest city is Kampala, which also serves as the capital, acting as the political, cultural, and economic hub of the country. Other major cities include Entebbe, Gulu, and Jinja. The official languages are English and Swahili, with over 40 indigenous languages spoken across different ethnic groups, such as Baganda, Basoga, and Banyankole. The currency is the Ugandan shilling. Uganda operates as a presidential republic, with the president serving as both the head of state and government. As of 2025, the president is Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who has been in power since 1986, overseeing political, economic, and social policies that have shaped modern Uganda. 2. The equator crosses Uganda near the central region of the country, making it one of the few nations in the world that sits almost equally in the northern and southern hemispheres. Visitors can experience this unique geographical feature at several equator monuments, with one of the most famous located along the Kampala-Entebbe highway, complete with a line marking the exact crossing. Being on the equator affects daylight and climate in Uganda. Day and night are almost equal in length year-round, and temperatures remain relatively stable, creating a tropical climate that supports rich biodiversity and agriculture. Tourist sites at the equator often feature demonstrations of the Coriolis effect, showing how water spins differently in the northern and southern hemispheres, though some effects are subtle. The equator crossing is not only a geographical curiosity, but also a cultural and educational attraction, with signs, souvenir shops, and guides explaining its significance. Many travelers include this stop when visiting Kampala, Entebbe, or nearby wildlife reserves, making it a must-see landmark in Uganda. 3. Uganda is Africa's second-largest coffee exporter, after Ethiopia, and coffee is a cornerstone of its economy. The country primarily produces Robusta coffee, which thrives in the hot, humid lowlands, and also cultivates Arabica coffee in cooler highland regions like the Rwenzori Mountains. Coffee contributes significantly to Uganda's export earnings and rural livelihoods, employing millions of smallholder farmers who grow coffee on family-owned plots. The government and private sector have invested in modern farming techniques, processing facilities, and quality control, helping Uganda maintain competitiveness in international markets. Coffee from regions like Bugisu, Mount Elgon, and Luwero is prized for its rich flavor and aroma. The industry also supports local economies through jobs in harvesting, processing, and transportation, while coffee cooperatives empower farmers to access better prices and global buyers. Cultural traditions surrounding coffee, such as community coffee ceremonies, reflect its social as well as economic importance. Uganda's consistent production and quality make it a key player in the global coffee market, sustaining economic growth and rural development. 4. Uganda operates as a presidential republic with a multi-party system, although its political landscape has been dominated by President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni since 1986. The president serves as both head of state and government, wielding significant executive powers, including appointing ministers, judges, and regional administrators. The Parliament of Uganda is unicameral, responsible for enacting laws, approving budgets, and overseeing government activities, while the judiciary is constitutionally independent, but faces challenges in resources and political pressures. Uganda's political structure includes local governments at district, sub-county, and village levels, designed to encourage decentralized governance and citizen participation. Despite the presence of multiple political parties, the National Resistance Movement (NRM) remains the dominant party. The country has historically experienced political instability, especially during the 1970s and 1980s, but has enjoyed relative peace and security since Museveni's rise. Uganda also plays a role in regional diplomacy and peacekeeping, contributing troops to African Union missions and fostering stability in East Africa. 5. Uganda's infrastructure has developed steadily in recent years, supporting economic growth, trade, and social services. The country has an extensive road network, with major highways connecting cities like Kampala, Entebbe, Jinja, and Gulu. Though rural areas often rely on unpaved roads that become challenging during the rainy season. Projects like the Entebbe-Kampala Expressway improve connectivity between the capital and key economic hubs, reducing travel time and boosting trade. Air transport includes Entebbe International Airport, Uganda's main gateway for passengers and cargo, along with smaller regional airports facilitating domestic travel. Uganda's rail network, though limited, is undergoing rehabilitation to support freight and passenger services, especially linking to neighboring countries. Energy infrastructure relies heavily on hydroelectric power, with projects like the Karuma and Isimba dams, complemented by solar and thermal energy initiatives. Telecommunications and internet access have expanded rapidly in urban areas, while rural connectivity remains limited. Overall, infrastructure development is crucial to Uganda's ambitions for industrialization, regional trade, and social progress. 6. Uganda's economy has shown notable growth, with a GDP of approximately $53.65 billion in 2024, reflecting a 6.1% increase from the previous year. The GDP per capita reached $1,072.7 in 2024, indicating a steady rise in individual economic output. The country's economic structure is diverse, with key sectors including agriculture, services, and industry. Agriculture remains a significant contributor, employing a large portion of the population, while services and industry are gradually expanding their share in the economy. Uganda's economic growth is driven by factors such as investments in infrastructure, a youthful population, and improvements in sectors like energy and manufacturing. However, challenges persist, including the need for job creation, poverty reduction, and managing public debt levels. Overall, Uganda's economy is on an upward trajectory, with ongoing efforts to diversify and strengthen various sectors for sustainable development. 7. Uganda is often called the Pearl of Africa, partly because of its abundance of lakes, which are central to the country's ecology, economy, and culture. The most prominent is Lake Victoria, the largest tropical lake in the world, shared with Kenya and Tanzania. It is the source of the White Nile, providing water, fish, and transport for millions of people. Lake Albert, on the western border with the Democratic Republic of Congo, is known for its fishing and potential oil reserves, while Lake Edward, also in the west, forms part of Queen Elizabeth National Park, supporting biodiversity and tourism. Lake George, smaller but ecologically important, and Lake Kyoga, located in central Uganda, contribute to irrigation, fishing, and local livelihoods. These lakes support agriculture, hydroelectric power, and freshwater fisheries, which are essential for food security. Additionally, the lake's scenic beauty attracts tourists, providing economic opportunities through boating, sport fishing, and ecotourism. Collectively, Uganda's lakes are vital natural resources, sustaining ecosystems, communities, and the national economy. 8. Ugandan cuisine is diverse, reflecting the country's ethnic variety, agricultural abundance, and cultural heritage. Staples include matoke, steamed and mashed green bananas, posho, or ugali, maize flour porridge, and cassava, which are often served with sauces made from vegetables, beans, or meat. Groundnut sauce is another traditional accompaniment, especially in central and eastern Uganda, adding rich flavor to meals. Meat, fish, and poultry are commonly consumed, with freshwater fish from Lake Victoria and other lakes forming a key protein source. Street food culture thrives, offering snacks like roasted maize, samosas, chapati, and grilled meats, which are popular in urban areas. Tropical fruits, including pineapples, mangoes, papayas, and passion fruit, are widely enjoyed and incorporated into desserts and beverages. Ugandan cuisine is also tied to communal and family traditions, with meals often shared during celebrations, ceremonies, and social gatherings. Its flavors, simplicity, and use of fresh ingredients reflect both local culture and the country's fertile land, making it a cornerstone of Uganda's identity. 9. Uganda is a nation of remarkable cultural and ethnic diversity, home to over 40 distinct ethnic groups, each with unique languages, traditions, and social structures. The largest ethnic groups include the Baganda, Basoga, Banyankole, Bakiga, and Iteso, but smaller communities such as the Batwa, Karamojong, and Langi contribute to the country's rich cultural mosaic. Despite this diversity, the use of English and Swahili as official languages helps foster national unity and communication. Cultural expressions are evident in music, dance, clothing, and ceremonies. Traditional dances like the Baki Simba, Amagunju, and Kadodi celebrate historical events, harvests, or rites of passage. Art, beadwork, and pottery reflect ethnic heritage and everyday life, while storytelling preserves folklore and moral lessons. Festivals and rituals are central to community life, often tied to religion, marriage, or seasonal events. This cultural richness contributes to Uganda's identity as the Pearl of Africa, where unity is celebrated through diversity, making it both socially vibrant and resilient. 10. Uganda offers a relatively affordable cost of living, though expenses vary depending on location and lifestyle. As of 2025, a single person's monthly expenses average around $523, excluding rent, while a family of 4 may spend approximately $1,841. Housing is the largest expense. A furnished apartment in a city center costs about $278 per month, with utilities averaging $174 monthly. Groceries are generally inexpensive, with staples like rice, maize, and vegetables widely available. Dining out is also affordable, with a meal at an inexpensive restaurant costing roughly $2.50 and a 3-course meal for 2 at a mid-range restaurant around $26. Transportation costs are moderate, with public transit passes averaging $63 per month and reasonably priced taxis and fuel. Despite the low cost of living, the average monthly salary after tax is about $185, which can make it challenging for locals to cover all expenses. Overall, Uganda is cost-effective for expatriates or higher-income residents, but many locals face financial constraints. 11. Uganda has dedicated approximately 17% of its land to wildlife conservation and national parks, making it one of Africa's leading countries in biodiversity protection. These protected areas safeguard a wide range of ecosystems, including savannas, tropical forests, wetlands, and lakes, providing habitats for elephants, lions, leopards, hippos, and rare primates like mountain gorillas and chimpanzees. Notable national parks include Bwindi Impenetrable Forest, Queen Elizabeth National Park, Murchison Falls, and Kabul Forest, each offering unique landscapes and wildlife experiences. The protected areas not only conserve biodiversity, but also contribute significantly to Uganda's economy through ecotourism. Visitors from around the world come for gorilla trekking, wildlife safaris, birdwatching, and boat tours along rivers and lakes. These parks also support local communities by providing employment, education, and infrastructure development while fostering sustainable use of natural resources. By maintaining these protected areas, Uganda balances environmental conservation with economic growth, ensuring that its rich wildlife heritage continues to thrive for future generations while attracting global attention. 12. Uganda's educational system is structured into pre-primary, primary, secondary, and tertiary levels, overseen by the Ministry of Education and Sports. Education is officially free and compulsory at the primary level, covering 7 years, primary 1 to 7, followed by 6 years of secondary education, divided into lower secondary, O-level, 4 years, and upper secondary, A-level, 2 years. Students sit for national examinations at the end of each stage to progress to higher levels. Tertiary education includes universities, vocational institutions, and technical colleges, offering degrees, diplomas, and certificates in various fields. Uganda has both public and private institutions, with Makerere University in Kampala being one of the oldest and most prestigious in Africa. The country emphasizes STEM education, literacy, and teacher training to improve quality. Challenges include limited resources, overcrowded classrooms, and regional disparities, particularly in rural areas. Despite this, Uganda has made notable strides in literacy and enrollment, with ongoing reforms aimed at enhancing access, quality, and relevance to meet national development goals. 13. The Kanungu Massacre, also known as the Uganda Cult Massacre, occurred on March 17, 2000, in the southwestern district of Kanungu, Uganda, and remains one of the most shocking tragedies linked to religious cults in modern African history. The massacre was orchestrated by the Movement for the Restoration of the Ten Commandments of God, a breakaway sect from the Roman Catholic Church led by Credonia Morindi, Joseph Kibwetere, and other leaders. The group preached an apocalyptic vision, claiming that the world would end on December 31, 1999, and that salvation could only be attained through obedience to their strict doctrines. When the predicted apocalypse failed to materialize, tension and fear escalated within the community. On that fateful day, over 700 followers, men, women, and children, were locked inside a church and set ablaze, while others were poisoned. Investigations revealed that the massacre was premeditated by cult leaders, motivated by financial gain and control over followers, rather than purely religious beliefs. The Kanungu Massacre highlighted the dangers of charismatic leadership, blind faith, and isolationist cult practices. It shocked the nation and the world, leading to increased government scrutiny of religious movements and raising awareness about cult dynamics in Africa. Thanks for watching and subscribe to the channel for more.